The UK Labour government have delivered, and what they delivered was a cut, and we've came in, stepped in and protected Scotland's pensioners, and that's the right thing to do. We feel that's very important investment because there is a great deal of concern amongst the pensioners right across Scotland who have been taken out of the scheme by the UK Labour government, and we feel that that is important, that the Scottish Government steps in and protects those pensioners. We can get back to the Scottish Labour position. There was 2 votes on the winter fuel payment, 2 votes. When the Scottish Government were saying we were actively considering what to do, Anas Sarwar whipped the MSPs within the Scottish Parliament to vote against the reinstitution of this benefit. So those are the actions that they took foot. Not jam in a couple of years' time, trust us will deliver. I don't think pensioners are quite exactly going to trust Scottish Labour, just like they're not going to trust UK Labour. What we saw was the Scottish Government bringing forward something to the Scottish Parliament to reinstate winter fuel payment and Labour voting against it. And then your viewers will remember a couple of weeks ago where they had that first really cold snap and Anas Sarwar seemed to suggest they needed a press release that day. Then they made up the policy afterwards. The political choices of the Scottish Government was protect Scottish pensioners when the UK Government left them behind.
What's your email inbox been like since you voted to take money away from pensioners?
In retrospect, was it a mistake? I think what we've done is made a really difficult decision for the reasons of fixing the public finances.
I'm using the word mistake. Would you agree with that, in retrospect?
I don't think it's a mistake. I think we could communicate the decision more clearly to be able to explain why we, in fact, have ended up where we are. But no, I don't believe it is.
I've just announced that a Scottish Labour government will reinstate the winter fuel payment, deliver a fairer system and guarantee everyone who needs support gets it in Scotland.
Directly on the winter fuel payment, I don't believe it should be a universal payment.
So a Scottish Labour government will reinstate the winter fuel payment.
Is it not true you've only made this decision now because you've seen the poll ratings are going down? You've taken a decision that coming up to the budget, the SNP, Scottish Government are potentially going to do this anyway. Is this just you being quite cynical about this?
This approach will at least ensure vital support is available to eligible pensioners most in need of help for their fuel bills this winter. Presiding Officer, unfortunately this means once again we are in a position where the Scottish Government is having to mitigate the impact of the UK Government's damaging decision on social security policy. There has been change, but that change is that we are now mitigating against a Labour Government and not a Tory one. Presiding Officer, the Scottish Government provides a wide range of heating cost to our pensioners. For example, our winter heating payment guarantees a reliable annual payment, and unlike the UK Government's cold weather payment, it does this regardless of the weather or temperature or proximity to a weather station.